My name is Serhiy Kovalchuk. I am a doctoral student at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education at the University of Toronto. Public education has been undergoing privatization in many parts of the world, and privatization hasn't been an exception to many countries in the post-Soviet world. Once being fully free and funded by central governments, today public schools are experiencing a hybrid of private and public financing. There is scarce research on educational privatization in the post-Soviet region, in particular the effects of privatization on the professional roles of school teachers and school principals. Most of the existing research has been conducted in the areas of higher education and private tutoring. The whole topic of privatization has been immensely under-researched in the post-Soviet region, and we don't have much research that talks about the influence of privatization on the professional roles of school principals, teachers, and other educational actors. So this was one of the motivating factors why we decided to study the school principals and how the driving factors of privatization influence and modify professional roles. Many public schools are undergoing formal and informal privatization in areas of financing of education and sponsorship of schools. In our qualitative study, we interviewed 20 principals who came from different school types and also from different areas. We had principals from general public schools, and we also had principals from the kind of elite public schools, gymnasiums and lyceums, and principals also came from a city and a town. Interviewed principals have adapted to the new conditions of underfunding and their new professional role of fundraiser to varying degrees. Those principals have viewed fundraising either as the objective temporary reality caused by the stagnant economic crisis, or as their new emergent entrepreneurial role in a society that transitioned to a market economy. A peculiar feature of our study is that we looked at the professional roles of school principals and the modification of their professional roles from a perspective of privatization, and we don't have much studies that documented the changing roles of school principals in the context of the post-Soviet region. So this study was one of the attempts to show how their professional roles are changed under the influence of privatization. It will be interesting to continue to study the topic of privatization, how this global phenomena affects various educational stakeholders, particularly teachers, school principals, students and their parents, because we do not have much information, for example, about parental attitudes towards making formal or informal contributions to schools, or for example, what inequalities those parental contributions create among different school types and in different areas.